Hello, 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 engineering fam. Welcome to another episode of Elevated. I am your host, the Elevated Engineer. Sorry. It's been a couple of weeks since my last broadcast, but you know, been kind of busy. And I will get to how busy I've been later in the show, and the reason I've kind of been a little, wonky with my uploads. But first, I definitely wanted to touch on this recent announcement. So, Elon Musk and thus Tesla just announced that they are going to be having their, not only will they have their own quantum computer, but they also claiming quantum supremacy. So, without further ado, I got a video on it. The video is from, well, the channel is from Elon Musk Live, but I think it's actually from another channel. But that's where I got it from. So I'll post a link in the description. Just give me one moment. There it is. All right. Without further ado, I'll add my comments as we go along. What this means for the tech community, and specifically the black folks, the darkies. All right, let's get going.
Considering the fact that you can play games or watch Netflix on your Tesla Model S. The car is also more or less completely controlled from the center console, which serves as a display screen for a huge computer. So where may Tesla take this in the future? Well, you'll be getting a glimpse of that answer as you dive into the details of the quantum computer Elon Musk just revealed. The Nikkei Asian Review, a Japanese business journal, dismantled a Tesla Model 3 in 2020, and engineers were astounded by how sophisticated the electric vehicle company's onboard computer technology was. After evaluating the Model 3's integrated central control unit, an anonymous Japanese engineer at a competitor automobile firm told Nikkei, "We cannot do it," referring to traditional automakers' failure to catch up to Tesla's AI processors. According to Tesla,
man, that says a lot, though. That says a lot to the testament. Look, I'm not an Elon Musk worshiper. It doesn't really matter, but I mean, you gotta kind of admire that. I mean, it's a testament to the fact of kind of, even though this nigga is from South Africa, but kind of American ingenuity. The AI game in America is popping. I don't think there's too many competitors at the state level for America's AI that we're kind of spearheading. So salute to that.
CEO Elon Musk, the current generation of Hardware 3 processors, which began being installed in vehicles in 2019, have enough processing capacity to enable Tesla vehicles to fully drive themselves. However, Tesla's self-driving capabilities are still restricted to Level 2 out of 5 levels, with Level 5 being completely autonomous, or partially autonomous. That means they can manage tasks including changing lanes, turning, and navigating parking lots without the assistance of a human driver. Nonetheless, according to Nikkei, the rest of the industry expects the same level of technology to find its way into cars no later than 2025, putting Tesla 6 years ahead of the competition, according to analysts. They further said that the bottleneck is likely due to established manufacturers' antiquated supply lines. Tesla is a younger firm that has more flexibility in selecting its partners, essentially leapfrogging the competition. The company's stated plan is to provide SAE Level 5, complete autonomous driving, as an update to the standard autopilot feature at a later date, noting that legislative and technological challenges must be overcome to reach this goal. Most analysts anticipate that Tesla vehicles would lack the requisite hardware for fully autonomous driving by April 2020. Tesla launched and commissioned consumers for a full self-driving beta program in the United States in October 2020. And it's now being tested by a few thousand Tesla workers and owners as of May 2021. Tesla's idea to engage unskilled users to evaluate the beta software was condemned by several industry analysts, as risky and irresponsible. However, Tesla is not a company that's averse to criticism, and progress is chugging along slowly. With talk of Tesla moving into quantum or near quantum computing to attempt to solve their autopilot issues, let's be familiarized with the concept. Quantum computers are data storage and processing machines that make advantage of quantum physics features. This may be tremendously beneficial for some jobs, where they can greatly outperform even our most powerful supercomputers. Traditional computers, such as smartphones and laptops, store data in binary bits, which may be either zeros or ones. A quantum bit, or qubit, is the fundamental memory unit of a quantum computer. Physical systems, such as the spin of an electron or the direction of a photon, are used to create qubits. Quantum superposition is a characteristic that allows these systems to be in several configurations at the same time. Quantum entanglement is a phenomenon that allows qubits to be inextricably connected. A traditional computer, for example, can represent any integer between 0 and 255 using just 8 bits. However, an 8-qubit quantum computer can simultaneously represent any numbers between 0 and 255. More numbers may be represented by a few hundred entangled qubits than there are atoms in the universe. Quantum computing might bring up new possibilities in artificial intelligence, which frequently includes the combinatorial processing of enormous amounts of data to produce better predictions and choices. Think facial recognition.
Now, I was definitely, well, I've been talking about this for a few years now, but in terms of the AI breakthroughs that quantum computing, the reason I let it play for a little while is I wanted him to kind of go over what I've gone over, numerous times already. Just the advantages of the quantum computer, quantum entanglement, brief brief synopsis, if you will, about qubits, and how this will actually in other words, the basics of quantum computing, which you can go through. There's a dozen or so videos that I've gone over the same thing, but um, what I think was very important. I mean, you've seen that these Tesla cars are using machine learning and computer vision to be able to identify objects as they're driving. Like Tesla says, they want to get at, as they call it, level 5. I think it's SAE. Basically, that's the highest level that we have right now for AI, and it's almost completely autonomous. But they're going at it slow, which I think is smart. I don't think we should. I mean, look, I was watching Battlestar Galactica the other day. We definitely should not be rushing AI. Like that really is something that we need to be. You know, I mean, it's something that we will need, but it's something that we don't need to rush. Because, man, look, you ain't gonna have me get caught up on the motherfucking Cylons or the T-1000 or the Matrix or whatever the hell. Like, nah. And I let me be clear. Because I'm such a hypocrite. I did say that I probably wouldn't, advocate for AI, but truth be told, if I don't advocate or if I don't get my foot in it, who will? All right, the people who are going to have their foot in it are going to be people who, I mean, let's just be honest, are going to likely not like black folks that much. Because it's not even that the people don't like black folks, it's just the black folks ain't there, so they don't take us into consideration. Or there's probably a segment who specifically designed stuff to be racist. And I know you think, oh, computers can't be racist. Computers can be racist if programmers are racist. Okay, and yeah, it's something that I'm probably going to have to get more into AI, just because we gotta have people in it. We gotta have people who understand it. We gotta have people who can utilize it. I seen a story the other day that said most AI can't even recognize black faces, or quote unquote. not black, but you know what I mean, melanated faces, whatever you want to call it, and that's because there aren't black programmers, at least not to the level that they could do it. So, yeah, I think that the AI, that quantum computing is going to be groundbreaking because, um, not to get too technical, if you get down to the very heart of qubits, they could be either be 0 or 1. It depends on when they are observed. That's gonna break the game for computers because at the end of the day, with classical bits, it could be 0 or 1, and a computer has to make a decision. With qubits, the decision could be made to be either 0 or 1 or whatever in between, which means at the very most basic level, quantum computers will be in quantum computing, or AI supported quantum computing will be able to think. So this is something we can't rush. But let's keep going.
Or fraud detection. Quantum machine learning is an emerging topic of research that finds ways that quantum algorithms might speed up AI. Because of existing technological and software restrictions, quantum artificial general intelligence is a long way off, but it does make thinking machines more than a science fiction concept. Quantum computers may also be used to convert enormous industrial data sets on operational failures into combinatorial problems, which, when combined with a quantum-inspired algorithm, can pinpoint which element of a complicated manufacturing process led to product failure instances. Quantum may assist in eliminating costly failures in items like microchips, where the manufacturing process might contain thousands of stages. These two advantages are specifically what would interest Elon Musk in relation to Tesla and probably even SpaceX. So what exactly can Tesla show us in this regard? Tesla debuted its Dojo supercomputer technology at its AI Day in 2021, showcasing its increasing in-house chip design skills. Tesla claims to have created the world's fastest AI training machine.
Very. I gotta talk on that. Oh, I gotta talk about that because in terms of chip manufacturing, um, we are getting our asses kicked, by not only, well, okay. So you got Taiwan, um, who is, I guess they're ally of the U.S. Okay, whatever, sure. Okay, then you have the Koreas, who are big on the semiconductors, right? Um, we actually could make all that stuff here, and they get a lot of the materials from South America and I think the Congo in Africa, right? So, truth be told, there's a global push for being able to have chip manufacturing in house. Because otherwise, and within the next decade, we're going to be completely dependent on China for semiconductors and chips, chip manufacturers that we need for all these CPUs, et cetera, et cetera. So what they're trying to do over at Tesla apparently, and again, I've never seen this video before until now. But what they're trying to do over at Tesla is it seems like they're trying to make some of that stuff in house, and that's is really what's needed. I don't think most black folk understand what infrastructure building is. We see the people that, unfortunately, that we look up to are mostly entertainers or athletes, which are entertainers. Entertainers or athletes don't build infrastructure. Okay, we need people that can build infrastructure. Okay, especially in the tech game. So I think that's going to be very important going forward. Chip manufacturing, especially here in the U.S.
E. The creation of an in-house supercomputer designed for neural net video training has been hyped for years. Tesla continues to process massive amounts of video data from its fleet of over 1 million vehicles, which it uses to train neural networks. Musk was dissatisfied with the current hardware solutions for training the company's computer visual neural nets, and he thought it could do better internally. Elon Musk, Tesla's CEO, has teased the creation of Tesla's own supercomputer, dubbed Dojo, for the last 2 years leading up to AI Day. Tesla's Dojo, he teased in 2020, will have a capacity of over an exaflop, or 1 quintillion floating point operations per second, or 1,000 petaflops. It has the potential to make Dojo the world's most powerful supercomputer. The presentation was led by Ganesh Venkataramanan, Tesla's senior director of autopilot hardware and the project's head. The engineer began by demonstrating Dojo's D1 chip, which uses 7-nanometer technology to give unprecedented bandwidth and computation capability. After the FSD chip found in the FSD Computer Hardware 3 in Tesla automobiles, this is the second chip created by the Tesla team internally. All the way from the architecture to the package, this chip is like GPU-level compute with a CPU-level flexibility, and twice the network chip-level I/O bandwidth, Mr. Venkataramanan said. The chip was meant to seamlessly link without any glue to each other, and Tesla took advantage of this by connecting 500,000 nodes. It combines the UI, power, and thermal management to create what it refers to as a training tile. In a less than 1 cubic foot configuration, the outcome is a 9p flop training tile with 36 terabyte per second of bandwidth.
For those who didn't understand what you just said, essentially it's a lot of motherfucking data being processed. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's about, I mean, it's probably more than what the human brain is doing on a daily basis, just a little more. But understand that the human brain processes a lot of information every second, really. A lot of information. Don't sleep on your brain. Your brain is a quantum computer in itself. It's more powerful than a quantum computer. It processes a lot of data, and that's basically what they're saying. So don't get thrown off by the petaflops and the quintillions and all that shit. It's just, he's saying it's a lot of shit. 36 terabytes per second of bandwidth. Now you do the math. How many of y'all even got a terabyte external hard drive? 1 terabyte. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of bandwidth. That's all they're saying.
The manufacturer stated that one of the tiles had just recently been subjected to a neural network. However, in order to properly create the first Dojo supercomputer, it still needs to form a computing cluster utilizing those training tiles. Tesla claims that by combining 2 to 3 tiles in a tray and 2 trays in a computer cabinet, it can achieve a total of over 100 p-flops per cabinet. Tesla says, however, that with their enormous bandwidth, they'll be able to connect them all to form the exapod. Tesla's Dojo exapod will shatter the barrier of the exaflop of computing in a 10-cabinet system, something that supercomputer companies have been attempting for a long time. Tesla hasn't finished building the system yet, but CEO Elon Musk stated that it will be operational next year, in 2022. It would become the world's fastest AI training computer while remaining power efficient and having a tiny form factor for a supercomputer. Tesla intends to use the new supercomputer to train its own neural networks for self-driving car development, but it also intends to make it available to other AI developers in the future. Since this is Tesla's first attempt at constructing a supercomputer in-house, the firm feels there's a lot of potential for development, and the next version of Dojo is expected to have 10 times performance gains in several areas. When a Tesla car is in self-driving mode, it accumulates a large amount of data. Sensory data, as well as millions of hours of video footage recorded by the car's computer vision, are included. Tesla has considerably more self-driving data than any other firm on the planet as a result of this dynamic. Their vehicles have already accumulated over 5 billion miles in autopilot mode, according to estimates.
That's a lot.
This information is delivered into the supercomputer, which processes and analyzes it. This information is utilized to improve AI. Tesla software integrates these enhancements. The software change is then pushed out to all of their cars through an over-the-air update. Elon Musk is on the verge of making another significant advancement in self-driving technology. The business is on the verge of releasing software that can securely transport individuals from point A to point B in any place and in any scenario. It should be noted, though, that Dojo is considered to be a near-quantum computer, meaning it's nearly as fast, but not quite. True quantum computing is still some years away, but you can expect Tesla to try to jump on it as soon as possible.
All right. Yeah. So let's get back. What the fuck? There it is. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, man. So Tesla. Okay. So I was mistaken. I said they had a full quantum computer at the beginning. I didn't see the whole video. So they have partial quantum computers. So basically, they're basically like almost there. They don't have a full quantum computer. They will be, well, according to them, within the next couple of years, at the point where they have a fully functional quantum computer that will be supreme to everything that's out right now. So as they say. So I mean, I think that's really interesting. I think that, you know, Tesla and them, Tesla and them, Musk and them, Musk. I keep wanting to call him Tesla. He's not Tesla. Um, just the car company is. Yeah, I think it's very interesting, man. I think the implications for AI is going to be groundbreaking. I think that a lot of new opportunities are going to open up. Different companies are using quantum computer in different ways. As for this one, they're going to be collecting so much information, so much data from these Tesla cars and the AI and that's produced from these self-driving cars, that they're going to need the quantum computer and quantum computing machine learning, which is very interesting to me because that's a field that I am very familiar with. See, right now, like, I'm still in grad school, but I'm likely going to be starting really getting more into my career in the summer. So I'll likely be doing a combination of data engineering, data science, plus cybersecurity. But I've been, and you know what? Let's next topic. Okay, so getting into this, because I'm actually in this course right now, right? And that's just one reason I've been so damn busy. It's a data science course. It's the ADSP. It's called Applied Data Science Program. It's one of those that's in conjunction with MIT, and Greater Learning or Great Learning. Very good course. I can't lie. I'm getting a lot of good game in it. I'm doing a lot of good data science stuff, a lot of good machine learning stuff, which actually is up my alley because I'm pretty heavy into the machine learning, not necessarily the AI yet, but it's looking more and more like I might start veering over into that part of the game, of coding, of engineering. So that's really where I want to talk to today. So I maybe like 3 weeks ago, I put up the first video in my data science series. I'm gonna be my Get on Code data science series. It was very simple. It was just starting with the Python storage functions that are native, so dictionaries, tuples, sets, lists. I'm gonna be adding a lot more to that. I want to do. It's gonna be a whole long, probably a few hours. But I'm gonna be breaking it down video, but topic by topic, maybe 15, 20-minute videos. Just and then just eventually once I'm finished with the entire series, I'm gonna bring them all together. I'm gonna put it all up there, right? So, that's kind of what I've been doing. I just been busy as hell, doing a lot of engineering, a lot of good stuff. What I'm really gonna be focused on probably for the coming years is definitely gonna be the data science, data engineering. But as regards to cybersecurity, like how are we using machine learning to predict attacks? How are we using, AI, both offensive and defensive? Like, uh, using pattern recognition to be able to stop attack before it happens with machine learning, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in terms of that. So yeah, keep a lookout for all the episodes we're gonna be having for my data science. And I think that's it ties into the first part of this video, which was the Tesla, the Elon Musk, the quantum computing thing. I believe that quantum computing is going to um, really be big. I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't be, especially when you see the amount of money that's being invested, the amount of money that people are getting paid. Quantum computing researchers are, forget about it, making dollars right now because it's still early. So when it's early like this, when a breakthrough technology, you'll notice that the average layperson, what the hell is a quantum computer? Well, why do I even need this shit? Like, nah, what is it? Does the shit work? Damn. But those people will, they'll come around eventually, man. And it's so funny. It's so funny. I was watching that the Pam and Tommy Hulu series, which is actually pretty good. Um, and they're sitting there, you know what I'm saying, talking about. They was talking about the internet. And they were talking. This is like 95, 96, or some shit, right? And so they're talking about, oh, like, yo, this internet thing. Oh, hey, we could just put a bunch of stuff on there, and nobody knows where, nobody can find you. It's all anonymous. It's so funny, like how ignorant people were back then. It's just like, nah, nigga, we gonna find you. So if you know anything about the Pam and Tommy thing, it's crazy. I was talking to my homegirl, and she never even heard of the Pam and Tommy sex tape. And it was so funny because it's like, yo, like this was the shit everybody was talking about back in the day. Because this is back day when I had a bunch of white boyfriends. I still got white boyfriends now, but this is when I was younger, so I had a bunch of white boyfriends, and they were all going crazy over the Pam and Tommy shit. But just do a little research. This is Pam and Tommy. This is pre Kim Kardashian, pre Paris Hilton, pre whoever the fuck else you want to put in there, because all these goddamn celebrities have sex tapes now. Nobody really gives a shit. Oh, hey, Nelly got a sex tape. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean, like. But this was right before 56K internet hit, so nobody knew what the fuck this was. You told people what the internet was, and they're just like, "Yo, what are you talking about? It doesn't make sense." So you put stuff on there, you create a website, and what? Like, I don't get it. Now it's like, it's just funny how that shit goes. You know what I mean? Oh shit! Hey, yo, I see you. I see you. Um, but yeah, man. So it's funny when these new technologies come out. The masses are never really aware of it until it becomes to the point where it's cool. Well, it's not even that it's cool, that it's convenient. You know what I mean? Like, most people still don't understand how the internet works. It's crazy. I can ask somebody, how's the internet work? They're like, I turn on my phone, I get my Wi-Fi signal, and I go to, TikTok or whatever the fuck. And you're just like, okay, all right, well, this shit been out for 50, 60 years. You still don't know how it works. Okay, well, okay, fine. But that's just how people are, man. People are too busy to really learn. They just want to know, does it work? Is it useful? Can I do whatever I got to do on it? And keep it moving. So right now, the quantum computing thing, quantum computer, data science, machine learning, cybersecurity, all this stuff. They're kind of buzzwords, but these are terms that you motherfuckers need to be paying attention to because the next 10 years, man, there's gonna be jobs that are gonna be disappearing, just like the internet. It made it. You know, Even though the internet's a useful tool, I mean, when was the last time you went to adult video store or Blockbuster? You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time you went to any of these outlets? Hell, the malls are starting to die out. We never thought that would happen. Niggas used to go to the mall, just to get, what I'm saying, where the hoes at? Just to go up there to see the girls and shit. But now it's like, what do I need to go up to the mall and see the girls when most of these hoes got their shit on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. And I can see right now, I'm in grad school, I can see half of the girls' asses on my campus right now on Instagram or whatever. If I just do a little 2-minute search for them, it's that easy. So what do you need to even go to the mall for? Hit them with DM. Hey, what's up, baby? What's doing? She don't answer back. All right, cool. Go to one of 10 million more of them. So that's why nobody really goes to the malls as much. There's no, man, I remember back in the day, the adult video store, you was like, I can't wait to turn 18 and go in that motherfucker. I can't wait, just looking. Now it's like, man, for what? You can just get on your phone and type porn. You go find something, So, again, I know I went on a bit of a pervert rant, but quantum computing, man, I think it's gonna be really, really essential in the next decade. We're in the 2020s now, so I think it's gonna be one of them things that you couldn't even see your life. You couldn't even imagine life with 56k internet connection now. And I talk to these kids now. You talk to people born, they're like 20. Even if you're 21 or something like that, they weren't even probably born when 9/11 happened. So what the fuck do they know about 56K? We're as far from the 90s as the 90s was from the Vietnam era. And I have, asked me about the Vietnam civil rights era. We're as far from that as we were in the 90s. Like, that was 30 years ago. So that's my show today, guys. Another episode of Elevated. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, share, subscribe. There's gonna be some big changes coming up. Some big moves I'm gonna be making. For the next, always, but really in 2022, a lot of things you all gonna see. I won't put it out there yet, but you all gonna see. So. Yeah, that's this episode of Elevated. I'm your host, Elevated Engineer. Peace.